is a little different because I just got home from work about 20 minutes ago, and I'm going to share with you what has been going on, the reason that I have been saving money like crazy and trying to build up a fund of money, and the realization that I've come to, and something that just hit me while watching another YouTuber's video. So I guess the place to start would be the reason that I've been saving money like crazy. And that actually started about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit before that. I don't have the exact timeline. So I saw this house and it was everything I wanted. It had a nice kitchen, a gorgeous wood floors. There wasn't carpet in my kitchen. I would be able to own the house and have a fenced-in yard for my dog and a garage, which is crazy. And I'd be able to do stuff with my yard because I owned it and I wasn't renting the lot that it was on. And so I wouldn't be at the mercy of whatever the owners of my land decided to do, which per my living here, they can do whatever they want, pretty much. So that being said, it also was 5 minutes from my work. For those that don't know, I, with no traffic, live about 30 minutes. It's a small town to a different small town, about 30 minutes with nothing in between. On traffic days, on a 2-lane highway, if there's traffic, if I'm running late for work, if there's a tractor, which happens often, then it can be about 45 minutes to an hour, just one direction, and then I gotta come home later, and that is normally a little bit longer. So that one normally averages around 40 minutes on a good day. So I was really excited to have it so close to my work, and I went and saw the house, and I liked parts of it, but there was a lot of work to be done. So that was out. I kind of had that bug that I really needed a house at that point, and that I could find something. I had told myself all these positives of moving, and so my house just didn't seem good enough at that point. These are the reasons I wanted to move, so why aren't they valid anymore? So I started saving money. I have a realtor. I have been pre-qualified for a loan for a house, for a mortgage, and all of this started, and I started looking at houses. I've put 2 offers in on 2 separate houses now and gotten neither one of them, which I think, looking back, is probably the right thing for me at the time. If I'd gotten the houses, it would have been great, but looking back and coming to the realization that I have, I think it was a good decision that I didn't get the houses, mainly because I was offering what I thought the house was worth, and the house is going for way over what I think it's worth, and that's even pushing it because of the way the real estate market is right now. The last house, for example, that I put an offer on was exactly everything I wanted, didn't need work, and it is listed or estimated to be around $98,000 for the area that I live in. By the way, I know someone's like, oh my gosh, that's so cheap. For the area that I live in, that's relatively simple. I mean, it's not, houses around 100, 125. This was small, but not crazy small. And it was a first house. The house was listed at 103. So I offered 103. I thought it didn't need work, and that's how I justified. I was like, okay, it's a little over what it's estimated at, but it doesn't need work. And to me, that's really important because I don't mind painting walls, but I am not great at knocking out walls or remodeling or doing big projects like that. Now, the house went for $10,000 over that. I saw it the same day it was listed. I actually had an appointment before it was listed because my realtor knew the people, and I still didn't get the house. So it was crazy. There was lines of people after me just from the time it was listed. It was absolutely insane. And I didn't get the house. And that's kind of when I realized houses were going way more than what they were listed for. They were selling within 24 hours. Sometimes they weren't even listed before they were sold. They would be listed for maybe 30 minutes and be sold. People weren't even looking at the houses anymore. They were just seeing the pictures and making an offer on houses. It got really crazy, and to be honest, I don't think I can compete, nor do I want to compete with that. So for the time being, I'm just going to save money. And that's kind of one of the realizations that I came to. And you guys haven't really seen that side of it, but it was a lot of process and decision on my part. But the realization that I came to today was I was listening to Stacy Flowers, which is a YouTuber who's on her debt-free journey as well. And I've been with her since she had $800 every single month to spend, which is crazy. That was her income, was $800. And I've been watching her since then, and she is such an inspiration to me. And so I watch her very consistently. I watch her lives and everything like that, which is what I'm hoping I can be for you guys. But I was listening to her, and she's come such a long way from that point. And I realized that I wasn't really being grateful for what I had. You know, I saw what she was paying in rent for her small apartment when she had $800, or I saw what she was making, what she was spending on that kind of stuff. And I live in a 1,100 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath house. And yes, it's a mobile home, but it's a really nice one. And I can do whatever I want to it for the most part. I don't have any control over the land, but I have control over the house within reason. And I just realized how ungrateful I was being, because for all of this space, I was paying just over $300. For all of this space, for all of this, to hold all of this unnecessary stuff that I have, I paid just over $300. In this area, even in the small town that I live in, that's amazing. Most people don't have that. And so I just kind of had to take a step back and go, you know, I should be grateful. And I'm not saying that, and I think you guys should be grateful for whatever your situation is. This is kind of I hope can help you realize too that the things that you're complaining about, to take a step back and go, is it really that big a deal? Should you be being grateful for what you have? Now, when I say that, I am not saying two things. I'm not saying that you should not want the bigger and better thing. I still want the house with the fenced-in backyard and to be able to own it and have a garage. That's something I still want. But I'm going to be grateful for what I have, why I have it, and still work towards that goal. So be grateful for what you have, but still push towards your goals. And the other thing is, I'm not saying someone always has it worse, therefore stop complaining. There are legitimate reasons to complain, and I'm not saying that what is wrong and what is happening, whatever it is in your life, that it should be. And I'm not saying that it couldn't be better or something like that. For instance, I'm still going to complain about the fact that I can't have a garden or a compost bin, and then I have to go over to my grandparents to dump my compost, or that I'm worried they're going to take out my carport at any time and I'm not going to have protection for my car, or that my rent could go up at any point. I'm still going to complain about that. But I also know that I can afford where I live and that I have something amazing. So be grateful for what you have is, I guess, the lesson that I'm giving you today. It was more of a realization on my part that I needed to share. I think there's something being said for you're always looking for the bigger and the better, and you forget to appreciate what you have. And I realized that's what I had been doing. So, as for what's going to happen to my money, I will explain this because I'm sure not everyone's going to click on this that watches my budget videos, because it is different and I'm really rambly today. It was not a planned video and I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts. But the money is going to go towards a few things. One of my goals for 2021 was a more professional wardrobe. So I think I'm going to invest a little bit more in that. I think I'm going to finish paying off my car. And I think I'm going to do little things around my house to make this more of the place that of what I want, but not go crazy, because at the end of the day, whatever money I put in this house is not coming back to me. So, for instance, one thing that I know I really want to do, that I've been wanting to do since I moved in here, is I really want to get the carpet out of my kitchen. And I think that that's a realistic thing to do. I think that spending $300 is not a big deal at this point to do that, to be happy with where I'm living, to not have to constantly clean up stains off my carpet because I am clumsy and constantly dropping things like, I don't know, tomato sauce on my carpet. But that being said, I just am going to be more appreciative for what I have, and I'm going to continue saving the money so when housing prices do come down, hopefully, or people stop putting crazy offers on houses, that when the right one comes along, I can purchase it and be in a better financial position for that. So, again, kind of rambly, but I just felt like I needed to share this with you guys, and yeah, I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I hope that if you do watch this, you either have some interest in this and I didn't waste your time, or maybe it's helped you realize something, just like Stacy Flowers' video did for me. So make sure to like and subscribe. I promise I don't make videos like this all the time, and that budget videos and saving money videos will continue, but every once in a while these are going to pop up because I'm just starting to share my thoughts, because I really feel like if I needed to hear them from someone, then you guys may need to hear the same thing from me. So have a great day. See you next time. Bye.